Yo, it is Brandon with Become the Bag. I'm about to drop the strategy I use to pass my Forex Funds challenge for three $200,000 accounts, $600,000 in total, and then run my live accounts up 136,000 in 1 week. Simple strategy. I'm about to drop it for y'all. Check in with me. Okay, before we get started with the strategy, let me explain what My Forex Funds is. And before we even get to that, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and add the notification so you see these videos when they come up. I'll be giving out more free game for sure on this channel. Trying to get y'all to become the bag, right? So My Forex Funds, what is My Forex Funds? They are a proprietary trading firm, and they will allow you to trade their money and get a profit split of the profits that you make if you can demonstrate that you actually know how to trade, right? Which is the tricky part. 95% of people never get to the point where they actually get a live account. They just pay the fees to actually try to get a live funded account, but never get there, right? So what I did, and I'm not gonna go crazy in depth on My Forex Funds, but I did the evaluation. And with the evaluation, there's two phases. Okay, for the first phase, there is your goal is to get an 8% profit target in 30 days, right? You have 12% overall drawdown and 5% daily drawdown of your balance or equity, which is important, balance or equity. In the second phase, once you pass the first phase, you have a 5% profit target, was a little bit easier, right? And you have 60 days to complete that. So once you've actually passed phase 1 and phase 2, they will give you a live account based on what you signed up for, right? So if I signed up for the $100,000 account, I'll get a $100,000 account, and in the first month, I'll get 75% of the profits I make with that $100,000 account. Okay, for I guess like a limited time, they have a $300,000 account. But when I set up my account for the evaluation, they didn't have this $300,000 account. And the most that you can actually trade in total is $600,000. So I have three $200,000 accounts that I did phase 1 and phase 2 on. The strategy I'm gonna give, I use that strategy to pass phase 1 and phase 2 for all three of my $200,000 accounts, and trading in my actual live accounts as well. So here, just to verify, you can see I have this live account right here. It's active, and it's at $244,000. I started on 6/12. It is 6/19, which is Juneteenth, which is also Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers. I'm a father of 3, so I know how that goes. You can see that I've had 6 days since my first trade. I started last Monday on 6/12, and then you can also see my certificate here. They only really give you one certificate, even if you pass 3 different evaluations. So here's one account. It's at 244, like I said. The next account is at 246, and the other account is at 245. So they're all roughly around $45,000 in profit after 1 week of trading. Right, and this is a good time to say that results are not typical. I've been in the game for a minute now, 8 to 9 years or so, and I know with all the price volatility right now, with everything going on in the world, I was able to capitalize. So I came in here and beat phase 1, beat phase 2. Now I'm beating up this funded account and essentially going to wait for my payout. All right, guys, let me give you the secret sauce. You've all been waiting for the strategy. Right, I'm gonna show you the gold chart. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. There's actually a lot to unpack here. I'm gonna leave homework for you to do yourself, right? But this is gold. I use gold and mainly traded it in my phase 1 and phase 2 accounts, as well as my live accounts. So let me just hop on into it. If you are new to trading, you might want to go to babypits.com to understand like what's going on in these charts. But I'm gonna go on the 4 hour. This strategy, I like it on the 4 hour just because it gives me nice ranges I can work with. So first thing I'm gonna do is just like grab attention of your eye, right? So if I go right here, You can see there's been a whole bunch of price that's just like ranged all in here, right? You'll see like, you see it like dip down there, dip down here, but it all ultimately came back in this range. So whenever you see something like this, where it's like crazy consolidation and just ranging, what you want to do is you want to grab your Fibonacci, right? And you want to show, or you want to put your point, your first point, at the low and or high of where that range started. So for me, the range started here at this little drop down right here, and then it popped up and then it went back down. And then from there, it's just kept ranging, right? So those are very important levels. So I'm gonna grab it here and I'm gonna go all the way out to really this high right here. Okay, I'm gonna expand it a little bit, but you see where I'm talking about. It's going to this high, and then it went down, and then it deviated a little bit and it stayed in this range, came back below it, deviated a little bit below, stayed in this range, deviated above it, and it just kept ranging in this, right? Whenever you find these ranges like this, take note, okay? You might also see, look at my Fibonacci. I don't have the regular Fibonacci levels. I have 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, negative 50, negative 75, right? I don't use the regular Fibonacci levels like everybody else is using. I use just the plain levels. Like, this is half of this range, or this is 75% of this range, right? Okay. And you can see I have the actual price next to this too. It's going to be very helpful. So I'll show you how I do that really quick as well. So if I go to Fibo properties and Fibo levels, you'll see 0.0, and then I put the percentage sign and then the dollar sign. That shows you the actual price once you have that on there, right? And I have negative, all the way down to negative 100, I believe. Yeah. So you can do that. So this is the range that I've been using, right? Because this started this whole range, the bottom and then the top started the whole range there, right? So you can see clearly, like, you can see that is the high, and then you can see, okay, that was the low that started all this, right? So what I do next, what I do next, once I have determined what my range is, I pretty much zoom into it and start drawing out the levels. Okay, I'm gonna delete these really quick. So I'm gonna delete that. And before I draw out the levels, I actually get real precise with the levels, because you want really good entries, right? So I want to look at the very low of this candle. So it says low is 1832.36. So I'm actually gonna go to the Fibo properties and make sure when I go to parameters, it says 1832.36. Okay, perfect. Click OK. And then this is actually the high right here that I'm worried about. This is when the up movement stopped. This is the high of the up movement, right? So the high of this is 1865.13. 1865.13. I want to get real precise. Okay. Click OK. And notice I didn't use the top of this down candle. I used the top of this up candle, which was the move up. That's really what capped price, because price, once it got all the way up here, it did not stay back above this, right? So let's see. Now that I have this, right, I can go here and let's just do a quick look at price, right? So I have the low here, I have the high here. It came back down to 50%. Went back above it, it deviated above it. Look at these bodies. You see these bodies right here? How they stopped right at 25%, started right at 25%, wicked right at 50%. Okay, played around at this level, played around at this level. Look how they're just like holding on to this, look. And then you'll see also, like, look, you see that little touch? Back to 50%, now up all the way to 25%. Deviation. Look at this. It comes down here a little bit. It comes and retests this 25% level, goes down to 50%. Then it comes here, goes to 75, rejects a little bit, and then goes down to 100%. deviates again off this low, comes up, touches 50%, comes back down to 75%, goes back up to 50%. I'm just trying to, like, I know it sounds really repetitive, but I'm trying to show you what's going on here, right? And then it just plays around here. Then it comes here, goes up, runs through 25%, goes 100%, deviates, gets back in here. Look how it comes down to 25% to the T, retest 0%, drops down, goes all the way down to 50%. Wicks, look at these bodies, how they respected that level. You see that? Comes up, and then it gets this 25%. I'm just going through all the prices, and this is what I'm looking at. Goes down to 50%. Look at that. Look how it touches that. Then it comes down here, wicks. Look at these bodies. A little bit deviation below there, comes up, and it touches 50% right there. Then it's hanging out. Boom, up to 25%. Look how it's using this range essentially as support and resistance, okay? Even here, even this massive move up, it respected, the body's respected, and went all the way up to 100%. Actually went to 125%, deviated, came back, pushed up. Look at the bodies right there. Came down, retested 25%, all the way down. Deviated all the way below this. Look at this touch. Like, these are unbelievable levels when you think about it, right? Comes up. Look at these bodies on 25. All right, guys, I need your help. Sorry for the interjection. I have these three $200,000 accounts, 600K in total, and I'm trying to figure out if I should continue to trade this using the strategies that I'm giving in this video, or if I should just wait, don't trade it, and wait for my first payout. You let me know in the comments below. It's still in the range, right? So what do I do when I'm looking at this? How do I use this, okay? So the first thing I do is I chart out all of my prices. So I know that this is 1865.13, right? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna right click it, change the color. I like blue, and then I like dark blue to say this is the top of the range. And then I make sure this parameter, this value is the same as right here, 1865.13. Okay, boom. And then I do the same thing, double click it so it goes, okay. Then I do the same thing here at the bottom. So I know that this level is 1832.36. 1832.36. 36. Okay, this is the bottom. And look at even if I go before this range right here, look at how these levels are respected. It's just beautiful. I mean, gold really respects these levels a lot, right? So then after I have my pretty much 0 and 100% of the range that I found that has been respected, I'll go and create 50%, okay? I like to make my 50% red because this is an important level, and then I'll make it a little bit less thick, and I'll change the price to exactly what it is, 1848.74. This is free game for real. My goodness, look at that. And this is before the range was even created. It's already like hitting that level, okay? Then I'll go and I'll get 25% and 75%. So that's 1856.94. 1856.94. I'll turn that green. Okay, do the same thing. Boom. 1840.55. I'm just getting that from the Fibbo right here. 1840.55. Okay, cool. So, and look how this closed, right? It closed right at the body of 75%. Now you can even see the touches even more clearly. Boom, 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 boom. Up, deviation, back into the range. This is our range, right? So what I do after I get to this point where I have all these ranges picked out, I will go ahead and start to make smaller ranges. Okay, so I know that's here. I'll bring this here. Mind you, I have my Fibbo properties where it's just increments of 25. And I'll say, okay, this line is 1848.74. Fibbo property, 1848.74. Okay, boom. And then I can make even smaller lines. These levels will be used as well on the smaller time frames. Okay, I'll just keep it blue right here, make it a smaller line because this is smaller, and then I'll match it up with the Fibbo 1861.03. Okay, boom. Okay, 1852.84. And you know what? I'm just gonna show y'all, I'm just gonna fast forward essentially because I save these templates. In MetaTrader 4, they have a cool feature where you can go to templates and then save template. I have a gold template. So now I'm just gonna show y'all what my end result is after I have mapped out all of these levels just from this one range from here to here, right? Template, gold template, boom. These are my levels. These are my levels that I care about, okay? So you might be wondering, okay, that's cool. I see how it's respected, but how do you trade this? I just trade from one level to another level, and I don't need much, right? Like if I were, and mind you, this is the original level here to here, okay? The cool thing about these ranges are if the market starts trending and you wanna know where it's about to stop, you can just double up the range. So this range is the range that we were looking at on the 4 hour, right? Go here, bottom, top. If you just double up the range, that's all that is right there. And those levels will be respected as well. You can continue to double up. That's why you want to find a really good range. That means that those are important price points, right? You can continue to double up, triple up, quadruple up, and these ranges will be respected, right? And what I do, I just trade from one level to another level, right? This level here, that's 40 pips right there, just right there, right? I wait for retest. I wait for confirmation that, hey, this is going down, and then I wait for the retest to that level. Once it retests, I sell it. If this was a position, I would sell it and I would take profit right above this level, right? Didn't have to touch it. I don't want to like mess with spread and all that. And I have a My FOREX Funds account, so I'm eager to get out of the trade because it's like, okay, I want to make sure I actually get this profit, right? So this is like what I use to kind of look at this. Just bodies all the way up. Here, stops here, goes right here, touches that, drops down, right to here, drops to that level. I'm gonna just show you some of like, if we want to back test like some trades I took on a live $200,000 account, right? So my first trade was actually a loss. So I'm actually gonna throw that on there. And with MT4, you can throw these on here. You will see where I started trading at because I started trading last week, right? I'm gonna go into a smaller time frame so we can see. Bear with me on, let's see. Just wanna make sure y'all can see this properly. Okay, so this is where I took my first trade on my funded account and I actually took a loss, okay? So I'm actually, golly, I gotta get a little bit smaller time frame. Apologies. Okay, cool. So here we are, okay? This is actually Sunday night, I believe. So gold likes to move around starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then you'll also catch it moving around, obviously during like New York session, but I like to get with these levels or get around these levels around 10 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern time as well. Or sorry, 10 to 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, when the market is slowing down a little bit and gold will start to make its lower high for the day. So you'll see I took a short here. I was thinking that, hey, like this level's been respected, right? Boom, pushed up here, boom, pushed up here, rejected, came down. I was thinking, okay, they're about to take the stops here. I'm gonna take a short here all the way to this level. That did not work out. It actually stopped one more time. And you'll see I got stopped out right there on that up candle. But you'll see my idea was still right. Okay, so I lost about 4,000, but it came there, it stopped me by just a little baby pip, and then it started to drop, right? Okay, so me as like somewhat of a seasoned trader, I'm like, okay, I understand that it dropped after I got stopped out. I'm still gonna get in this because I know where it's going. I know where price is going. It's going here, it's going here, right? So my next two trades, look, you'll see I waited. I'm actually gonna throw both of them on there. Okay, and you'll see, okay, let's put it here so you can kind of see a little bit better. You'll see I saw that stop out and I said, oh snap, they're just stopping out so they can go lower. And I entered here with a 20 and I entered here with a 20 on the retest, right? My stop was above this green line, which is one of my levels. So this not only gives you take profits, but it also gives you stop losses, right? So you'll see I was like, okay, they just took those stops right there because there was equal highs. They were like, all right, I'm gonna just run it up here, scare people out of their trades just like they did me, and then we're gonna take it down. So I knew, okay, all right, cool. So we started to move down a little bit, and I was like, okay, cool. We still have this level they can come retest that because I know these levels work. I'm like, all right, cool. It gets to this point, it rejects. I said, all right, they're about to go down again. So, and I know where they're about to go. They're about to go to this 50% level because the 50% level is extremely important. The 0% level, 50% level, and 100% level are extremely important in the range. So I just took this trade right on down, and of course it just fell right to my take profit. Like I said, right above these levels, that's where you want to be taking profit at, okay? So that was my first trade. That's what kind of blew my accounts up, like as far as put them at a good profit, right? So it's 19,000. That's almost 100 pips right there. This was about, I don't know, 75 pips or something like that. So those were nice trades, hit my take profit. And then my next trade was actually a loss. So this is actually an over trading loss. And that's something I'm learning more and more about with these, funded accounts is like, hey, once you've got your profits, just get out, right? So, but I'll actually go through that. That might be actually helpful to see what happened with that loss, okay? So this looks like it was we had a buy, and I was thinking right here, you see how this body was respected on the 50%? And we had an up candle, and then we had a retest right there. So I was thinking if we retested this one more time, we're gonna go right up to here. But unfortunately, I bought it when I thought it was gonna continue right there, and it dropped down and it took me out of my stop. Notice where my stop is. It's around the 50% level, right? I was like, all right, it's not working. Let me get out of this trade, okay? So that was my lesson learned. I should have just stopped being greedy. I just, made, what is that? 20 plus 15, that's 30. I think I was up like 31,000 at some point after I took this loss. So it was about 32,000 on all three of my accounts, right? I probably should use a trade copier or something like that, but I like doing it manual because I have more control if I wanted to like maybe only trade it on one account. So my next trades, let's see if I had a gold trade. I had this gold trade for a 10 lot. Okay, so here, so you can see it's a similar thing. I see this test of this level. Look how these levels are respected. I see the test of this level. I see the test of this level. It comes down, starts coming down. I say, all right, I know where it's going. If this is the candle right here, I know it's going at least to this level, but I'm going to take a little take profit right there. So I did that. That was a little $1,450 on each of my accounts. I had some losses on GJ. I use a similar strategy on GJ as far as marking out the ranges. Let's see. This is also GJ. Had a loss on gold here. Let me throw this on, see what happened. And this is what you should also be doing, is like looking at your trades, see where you lost at. Okay, so I had a sell here. So I kind of got in this a little bit prematurely. I thought, maybe it didn't touch this level. And I was like, okay, I kind of played it up in my head that, hey, it actually touched this level. It's going to come back down to here, but it did not. I sold it here thinking it was gonna get here, and it went out, took me out for a stop, which is fine. I had very low risk on that trade. But then you'll see I came not too soon after, I think the next day, and I saw, look at these levels being respected. I said, look, okay, retest. Look, it's almost there. And look, I took advantage of this loss because, you know, see, I was trying to sell it here, and I said, okay, no, it's not going here. It's actually going to go here and hit this level, which I should have known already, right? So I bought here and took it out right before there. I did a small scalp, $2,000. Then you'll see, let's see, where's the sell at? Okay, oh, it's beautiful, beautiful sells here. Let's see. Okay, so I have this trade as well. Let's look at those. Let's look at them. Yeah, these are, love this. Okay, so you'll see, look at these entries, man. Unbelievable. So like, this is the first entry. You'll see this level got a little bit deviation. I can see this is my level. You can see it's getting respected. This is how you know it's like, this is an important level and you can use it, right? It hit this level, then it came back down below, and then it started to retrace. You see that? As soon as I saw that little hammer right there after that click, I said, all right, boom, it's going down. And it went past this level. It went all the way to this level, but I just took profits out before, right? I said, all right, cool. I'll take my little 3,500 times 3, 10 bands. I'll take that, you know, no problem. I'm out of the market. Came back. I was like, oh goodness, this is way too easy. Look how these levels are getting respected. Boom, here to here. Like, you got to understand this is gold. So like, that's 40 pips right there. Boom, boom, back to here. Boom, respect. It got here. It's the end of the day. This is zero. This is not zero. This is, I think, 25%. And I see this rejection right here. I said, oh my goodness, look how clean this rejection is. Look at these bodies on the 5-minute chart. And I said, all right, cool. We're about to go at least to here. And sure enough, boom, another, you know, $3,500. I think this one was actually $4,800 on each account. And then, you know, I got more little trades in here. It literally just using the levels. It's all it is, just using levels. Look at this, respecting this. I wasn't even gonna take it all the way up there. It eventually got up there. And oh my gosh, look at that. I mean, this is beautiful. Like, I'm giving y'all the sauce right here, right? Obviously, it takes some time to actually do some back testing and see like, when should I actually get in? Because sometimes you'll see these deviations where it goes below it a little bit, but you'll see the bodies respect it, especially on the larger time frame. That's what I kind of look for, is like, okay, is it getting respected on the larger time frame? Okay, maybe that's a good sign, right? The 1 hour, 4 hour, I'll look on those time frames to see if the bodies are getting respected, or the 15 minutes. And then I'll worry about time of day as well, right? So then, you know, I'll throw a couple more trades on here just to show you like what kind of trades I've been taking. This was also a buy right here. I mean, look at these levels, dude. I see, okay, it's pushing through this level. I'm gonna buy it. It came back, retested. Most people get scared out of this, but look, I'm seeing it as this is my level. It's gonna respect it. Boom, take profit. And if it doesn't respect it, hey, look, I got my stop loss. I'm already in profit. I'm making money, so it is what it is. And then this will be the last one I'll show. Oh, it's just the same trade. But yeah, so and you'll see I took some losses on Friday. So what I suggest is, I don't like to trade Fridays anyway. I got kind of overzealous. I think all my accounts were at 52, 53,000 before Friday, and I had to literally I had it on my phone and I had to turn it off my phone. Like, I had to delete the app because I was like, all right, I'm not about to get into losses at this point. So actually, let me throw this sell on here. I like just a little back test. Yeah, so you'll see this 50% right here. I actually have my stop loss right up there. As you can see, this is my stop loss. This is my take profit. I wanted to come down to this level. It almost hit my stop loss. I had it above this level, but it didn't. It came back down. And I said, all right, let me just get out because price action is kind of looking sticky right now. But yeah, so this is my gold strategy, I use levels, I use ranges, no regular Fibonacci's. I use just increments of 25 on ranges. I could extend this one range that I use here. I can extend it all the way up here and have levels for the rest of my trading in gold. Okay, so if you like this, like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications. I have some more free game coming up, not just with Forex trading, but with business, with crypto, with, plays that will help you to become the bag. So hope y'all like this, enjoyed it. I'll check you on the next video.